Hi everyone, before I start this video, make sure that you're a part of my Discord server by joining the link in the description box below. And in this video, we'll be going over A-Level Accounting 2024 February-March Paper 2-2. This is the Paper 2, which consists of 4 questions. 2 of them will be of 30 marks and 2 of them will be of 15 marks. The total time limit for this paper is 1 hour and 45 minutes. Since question number 3 is of 15 marks, ideally you should be spending about 17.5 minutes in order to complete this question. And in this video as well, we'll be attempting to solve this question under 17.5 minutes. So without any further delay, let's get started. Rahul owns a retail business. He has not maintained full accounting records. He is able to supply the following information about the financial year ended 31st January 2024. We have the values of inventory. So this is the opening inventory at the date of 1st February 2023. This is the closing inventory at the date of 31st January 2024. Rahul sells goods so as to achieve a gross profit margin of 40%, and the usual rate of inventory turnover is 9 times a year. We now need to calculate the revenue for the year ended 31st January 2024. Okay, we have the gross profit margin. So if we first calculate our cost of sales, we will be able to get our revenue. And we can calculate the cost of sales using the formula for inventory turnover. So inventory turnover is 9. We know that the formula for inventory turnover is cost of sales by average inventory, right? And the average inventory in this case is just the opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. That will be 21,400 plus 19,800 divided by 2, which is 20,600. Now our cost of sales is just going to be 9 times 20,600, which results in 185,400. Now what we do require is revenue. And in this case, we have a gross profit margin of 40%. So what this means is out of total revenue, 40% is a gross profit, whereas the remaining 60% is our cost of sales. So revenue times 60% will be equal to our cost of sales of 185,400. This means that our total of revenue should be equal to 185,400 divided by 60%, which results in 309,000. That's all for the first part. Let's move towards the next one. We now have additional information. Rahul has not kept a record of his cash drawings during the year ended 31st January 2024. However, the following information is available concerning cash transactions. On 1st February 2023, there was cash in hand of 840. This is the opening balance. Then cash sales accounted for 70% of all sales. Let's calculate it. We know the total sales is 309,000. So cash sales is 309,000 times 70%, which results in 216,300. Then bank statements recorded total cash takings of 187,300 for the year ended 31st January 2024. However, at 31st January 2024, there were cash takings banked but not yet credited of 3,800. So in this case, our total cash takings banked will be 187,300 plus the not yet credited amount of 3,800. So 187,300 plus 3,800. And this not yet credited means that we had already included the 3,800 into our bank account, but it was yet to be shown in our bank statements. That is why we now add it. It provides the total cash takings banked to have the amount of 191,100. Then cash was used to pay a part-time assistant's wages of 320 per week. The assistant worked for 44 weeks during the year ended 31st January 2024. So the wages paid for the year will be 320, that's the amount per week, and the total week is 44. So that gives us the wages for the year to be 14,080. Then at 31st January 2024, cash in hand was 1,830, that's our closing balance. Let's take a look at our question. We now need to calculate Rahul's cash drawings for the year ended 31st January 2024. I think the most easiest way to do this would be to create a cash account. And cash account is basically our asset account. And in this case, for our cash account, it is similar to our receipts and payments account or the bank account. It means that on our debit side, we will include all of our income or the receipts, whereas on our credit side, we will include all of our expenses. And we start with the opening balance on the debit side. The opening balance was of 840. Then we have calculated the correct amount for cash sales. Now cash sales will act as an income for our cash account. So we need to include this 216,300 on the debit side. Under the heading of cash sales. Then we have our cash takings banked. So cash takings banked will now act as a payment because we are essentially taking this amount of 191,100 from our cash account and putting it into our bank account instead. It means that now our cash balance will be reduced by 191,100, which is why this can be categorized as part of an expense. Let's include it on the credit side. These are the cash takings banked. Then we also calculated the total cash wages. Then we've also calculated the total wages for the year. And again, this will be a part of our expense. So we need to record this on the credit side. These are the wages paid. And the amount is of 14,080. Now we also need to calculate cash drawings, right? And cash drawings can also be categorized as part of an expense because essentially now Rahul will be taking this amount and using it for his personal expense. So the business's cash account will be reduced by the same amount for this cash drawings. So this goes on the credit side and this will now act as our balancing figure. After this, we just have our closing balance of 1,830, which will go on the credit side. Now we can first calculate the total from our debit side. That will be 840 plus 216,300, which results in 217,140. Now our cash drawings will be 217,140 minus 191,100 minus 14,080 minus 1,830, which results in the value of 10,130. That is our required value for cash drawings. That is all for the second part of this question. Let's move towards the next one. We now have additional information. Rahul's accountant has suggested he should start keeping full accounting records and that he should use an accounting software package. We need to state two ways in which Rahul will benefit from the accountant's suggestions. So the first way of benefiting is now, since he has full accounting records, he will have access to more valid information about business. So access to more valid information about business. And since he is now using an accounting software package, it means that there will be less expenses on the accountant's fees because all of the accounts will be automated due to the package itself. Let's write it down. Less expense on accountant's fees. That's all for the third part. Let's move towards the next one. We now need to explain two possible reasons for not accepting the accountant's suggestions. So not accepting the fact that he should now maintain full accounting records and not using an accounting software package. Now the first argument against full accounting records is that maybe Rahul feel like he does not need any more detailed information about the business and is satisfied with how the business operates and whatever rewards he receives from the business as of now, without any need of full accounting records. Let's write it down. Rahul may feel he does not need any more detailed information about the business and is satisfied with how the business operates, and the rewards he receives. Now, the next argument would be against the uses of accounting software package. Now, the argument against it would be the additional costs incurred while using the accounting software package, as it would require the cost for the equipment as well as the software program, as well as the cost of training, and maybe the cost of paying someone to maintain the accounting records within the software package as well. Let's write it down. There will be additional costs such as the cost of equipment and software package, cost of training, and cost of paying someone to maintain the accounting records. That is all for the fourth part as well as this entire question. If you found this video useful, make sure that you like the video and leave a comment below. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any of these videos in the future. Thank you.